Hey guys, Andre here. Today we check out Hertz drums. The great folks at Hertz Drums reached out to me to check out their virtual drums sampler. And so let me show you how it sounds and how it works. So first things first, and the people at Hertz Drums are the same people that recorded bands like Decapitated, Behemoth, Vader, and so many more. So they definitely know what they are doing. And just so you know how this works, if you go to their website, which I will link in the description, you can see that they have, as of this video, as of today, they have two bundles going on here. But essentially, they have this software, which they have two versions, the light version and the one that I have here, which, by the way, I have this bundle that they send me, of course. And I find their software really powerful. They have the standard version, which has virtual drums and is a sampler, so you can use your own samples too. And they have the light version, which is only virtual drums, so you cannot add your own samples. What you need to know though is that you need to buy their software and one of their drum packs, because the software alone doesn't have any sound. Unless of course you're planning to use only your samples, which in that case you need to buy the standard version. If you're planning to use only as a virtual drum instrument, you can go with the light version and one of their drum packs. They have the blue one, which is more like it serves a lot of purpose, like blues, country, rock, and even metal. Actually, it's my favorite one. It's the blue pack. The white pack is definitely metal, and the red pack you can actually cover a lot of ground here, from rock to metal and everything in between. And so these are the main packs, and they have too this mini pack, which I assume that it has less shells and less cymbals. But yeah, you can get this bundle here too. Just go to their website and see what you like. Now let me show you how it sounds. Now at this moment it has all my processing because this is the way I'm going to use it for sure. And so let me show you how it sounds. Now let's hear only the drums. Huge sounding, big sound, really punchy. It sounds really, really good. Now let's see without processing. Oh, it still sounds pretty decent if you ask me. So here's the snare. And I'm using a mashup of all the packs, or the three packs, the white, the red, and the blue. Now, when it comes to the software, I didn't watch any tutorial, so it's really easy to use. As per usually, you have the mixer, where you can turn down the volume, raise the volume of the individual mics. The cool thing is that you have this groups tab, so you can lower the volume or raise the volume of all the cymbals, which are a lot of cymbals. And you have the overheads, room, and reverb, which is a built-in reverb. Next up, you have the library/sampler, and here is where you choose your samples, your snare drum, your toms, your kicks, your everything. And there's a lot of samples. If you see here, from number 1 to number 5 is the white pack. And so, as you can see, each pack has at least 5 different snares. Mic it with 3 different mics. So there's 15 sounds for each shell. So this is the snare I'm using. and you still have more different variations with two different mics. And of course you have more sample. So this one is, as you can see here, mahogany something. I'm using the hammered. There's a lot of sounds. The red pack. So a lot to choose from, and the blue pack. And it's the same thing for kicks. So I'm using a kick from the blue pack with the mic B, of course. There's a lot of sounds for kicks. Here's the red pack. And as you can hear, the different mics sound really different from each other. So, and the same goes for toms. So lots of toms here again. And cymbals. Cymbals are three cymbals. Every time you look to one cymbal, it means that you have three options. Three options with three different mic sounds. So there's a lot. Next up, you have the groove tab, which you can select grooves. You can choose from styles, signatures, tempo, and then you, of course, you have the intros, ends, beats with hi-hat, ride, mixed, fills, and whatnot. And to use it, you just need to select one and hit the play button. You can also make it off tempo and double the tempo. Now, I usually don't use drum grooves because I prefer to program my drums, but if you want to, you have them here. And there's a lot of drum grooves here. Next is the audio routing. So if you want to do like I did here, you can set all the drum mics to go to different outputs, so you can mix it like I did here. So as you can see, if I play the whole drums, you can see here kick, snare, tom 1, tom 2, and whatnot. This is where you do this. Next is the MIDI routing tab, and here you can see all the MIDI notes if you want to change it. And this is where you can choose your MIDI maps. And if you've been using Superior Drummer, you can use their MIDI map and a bunch of the Stephen Slate, Easy Drummer, GGD. So there's a lot here. And as you can see here, there's a lot of articulations for the snare. They have the center right, center left, so hitting the center of the snare with the right hand and with the left hand, rim shot with the right hand, rim shot with the left hand, shallow right, shallow left, cross stick. So there's a lot of articulations. And what I like about this software is that it's really easy to make it sound human. Not only because of this, but more. Let me show you. So I love this dynamic profile. Let me show you what it does. So if I choose the no dynamic, here's how it sounds. And these drums have a lot of ghost notes. So let's hear it. So all these snares are the ghost notes. So let's hear with the default dynamic. It's good, it's the way I programmed the drums. But if I choose the high dynamic, all of a sudden the ghost notes sounds like ghost notes. It really makes a big difference. Next up, you have these settings where you can choose the path in your computer. So the software knows where your packs are, your drum libraries. Your MIDI libraries, the performance, this depends on your computer. If it's not a powerful computer, you can use low performance or a high performance. This humanized button, again, it helps a lot to make the drums sound like a human playing. The stereo flip is really cool because what it does is that now we are hearing the drums from the drummer perspective. And if you click the stereo flip, it changes everything, and you can hear the drum kit from the public perspective. And last but not least, we have this menu on the right side, which you can trim the volume, you can change the pitch. Let's see the snare. And you can do this on the cymbals too, and in everything. You have the volume from the direct microphone, overheads, sub. In this sub, I think is only for the kick and toms, and effects. For each piece of the drum kit, you can add room or reverb, and it's really easy. So here's my snare. Now I want more room, and I don't want reverb. Now I want reverb and I don't want room. And now I want both. I want a lot of both. So it's really, really easy. Then you can control the velocity, set the minimum value and the max value, and control even more the dynamics. This software controls a lot of dynamics. And of course the ADSR, you can control the attack, the decay, the sustain and the release. Now there's a lot of presets that you can choose from the blue pack, from the red pack, which essentially what it does is select different pieces of the drum kit for specific genres. Now the sampler part of this software is really, really cool. So let's say I want to use my own samples. And so I can come here and load one sample, and now it's gonna play with the sample. And you can do this for every single shell and even for the cymbals. So you can change everything. So it's a really, really powerful software. And so to wrap up this video, I really like the software. I think it's really, really powerful. And I can see myself using and making custom drum kits with my own samples, which will be really, really cool. It's really easy to install, it's really easy to use, and it sounds really good. You can try out the software. I'm not sure if it's with all the drum packs, but you still can try it. So to wrap up, I think that this software is really, really powerful. I like it a lot. I can see myself using it with my samples, for example, and with the drum packs because they sound good. But especially as a sampler, I can definitely see myself making a bunch of custom drum kits and play around with my samples. Like I can make my own drum kit, my dream custom drum kit. That's what I can do. When it comes to the drum sounds and the drum packs, I think that I like more of the blue one. Not only because I like more of that drum kit, but I think that it's less processed, which is what I want for the kind of things that I do here. And I'll definitely like to see more drum packs with less processing from Hertz. The truth is, if you don't want to spend time mixing, you can just select one of their presets and start making music. Overall, I think it's a really good product, and especially now that everyone is using pretty much all the drum kits. And so every time I see a video on YouTube, I can tell which virtual drums they are using. It's either Easy Drummer, GGD, and that's pretty much it. So to be able to have a different kit, a different sounding kit, is really cool. And congrats to Hertz Drums because they really did a great job. And that's it for today, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers!